Welcome to Live from the Gardens, a Animorph podcast about animals and how to be a convincing Animorph. This week, we'll be talking about the raccoon and the Hork-Bajir, two of the animals and morphs we encountered in Animorphs number 13, The Change, which was the book we discussed last week on the Dork-Bajir Chronicles. My name is Mikhail, the host.
I'm Tessa, the expert.
I'm Braden, the Hork-Bajir Caesarean section.
And I'm Moths, the box of moths from last week.
That's right. Moths was on the show last week. We talked a bit about how you got introduced to Animorphs, the series, last week, but one of the polls for you being on this show was that you said your background is in anthropology. Am I right?
Yeah, background as in college major, which I don't use in my job. But background, yeah.
No, join the club. It's a it's a real thing. Yeah.
I think the most we've used our degree is we made a fringe show.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah. A two-man fringe show.
it was great.
They have theater. It's just a. It's
Bachelor
a play,
arts.
basically.
Oh, I thought you meant the TV show Fringe. And I was
man, I wish
Oh my
could
God.
use my film degree.
Yeah, you know that episode where they make
where there was like a bunch of like glass butterflies flying around.
Yeah, that's us.
There was the one episode where they talked about
like,
a bunch of bullshit and it didn't matter. Yeah, it got
or
cut.
It was like
that's where we were.
Just cartoon, and it was like Spock was in it.
Well, we wrote an episode of The Simpsons in the context of our fringe show.
Oh my God, okay.
We can't get into theater now.
We've covered Tessa and Braden's achievements.
This is
Let's
an audio.
talk about
This is an
moths.
audio.
Sorry.
We gotta talk about moth.
So you said your college major was anthropology. So I don't really know a whole lot about that. Can you give us like a?
So it's the study of like all humans ever is the idea, and it includes things like archaeology, linguistics is part of it, and cultural anthropology is like kind of the catch-all for the rest of it. And you know, you end up looking at the different ways that like societies and tribes form within different cultures, and so it's always fun to look at science fiction through that lens. And
Okay, I could see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's also how I got so good at literary criticism, or whatever. So
as proven last week when you kind of like dropped a like amazing interpretive bomb on us.
Yeah, see last week's episode for more details.
Did you have like a particular area of interest, or?
Oh gosh, I studied like religion through the anthropological lens, and so you get all the stuff like the Golden Bough and like the hero with the 1,000 faces and like that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
in that vein, and I might have written a practice thesis on superheroes, but like whatever.
Nice.
I'm like,
that's canon. That's going on the website big time.
Yeah.
The website.
Oh yeah, we have a website.
We have a
We're
website.
legit.
We have a website, man.
Oh, cool.
No, we're like a legit thing, you guys. And when we start Animorphs, the superhero podcast, we'll definitely have Moths back to talk about
If you just Google Animorphs, it should be like the very top hit. It's our network site, Collective Legacy.
Animorphs.
But
SoundCloud?
we have a landing page. No.
You know why?
Oh, the first hit is SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, holy crap. We need to improve our SEO. Holy shit.
Well, you never mention it on the podcast.
I know.
You never mention it. I did not know that.
Well, it's our footer, isn't it?
If you search Animorphs Collective Legacy, you'll definitely find it.
Animorphs Collective Legacy. Tell me it's a GeoCities with green text on a black background.
Oh god, I wish.
It's a real website.
No, that's
The
the only
90s?
kind of fan-based Animorph website you can have.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
We're like an HTML1
broke the rules,
website.
you guys. We broke all the rules.
Collective Legacy
Collective
is the name
Legacy.
of the network.
That's why I chose like the ugliest colors for our Tumblr landing page. Is because it's 90s, y'all.
Yeah, and it's got all the episodes kind of all in a row if you wanted to listen to them on the site. You're right, we really do a terrible job of promoting it.
I usually use Stitcher, which is
cool because it's just as good. But what I was saying is We should totally put your superhero thesis on our website.
Oh, boy.
Attach it like a link.
Yeah, well, give it a caveat that I wrote it in 2011, and it was pretty... No, it's pretty like... It's like, what is the nature of man? Oh, it's
sounds
I'm
like right up
so
my alley.
embarrassed. Yeah.
Are heroes on fleek?
No, that wasn't 2011. Come on now.
Yeah, no, this is pre-fleek. This is pre-dab.
Pre-fleek. I don't want to know anything about pre-fleek, man.
Okay, but we gotta do this up, huh?
Let's learn
we do.
about raccoons.
So the first animal, so for those who don't know, and for moths in case you don't know, the format of this podcast is a quiz.
Quiz
I will
show.
ask questions and I will get answers from all of you. And I've been tallying Tessa and Braden's score for quite some time now.
Right.
But today we're just going to compare today's scores.
Well, alternatively, I get 8
Okay.
points for every 1 point that they would get.
I like that system
Okay.
a lot better.
And so
Okay.
maybe I can
I mean-
actually beat them. Yeah,
I'm
perfect.
gonna say
It's possible.
I'm gonna say that wasn't fair, but I mean, you're like a collection of moths in a box, so really
lot of
it
mines.
is more fair. You gotta give a couple of moths points.
All right, first question. Raccoons are considered to be very intelligent. How long can they remember the solution to a task? And moths, why don't you give us your answer first?
Oh boy, a year.
Okay.
Is this Price is Right rules?
It's closest, not necessarily closest to
I'm gonna go with 3 years.
Okay.
Nice round number.
I am also
Yeah.
gonna go with 3 years.
Boo, same answer.
Blah, blah, blah.
Technically, yes, Braden and Tessa do. That is correct. So they
That's
did a
exactly
study.
what it says on the internet, because guess who did her research before live from the garden?
Whoa.
You Googled a
Whoa.
bunch of shit. That's super cheating.
I
That's
am
cheating.
prepared. I am prepared.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna say.
I will be
Braden
honest.
gets a point.
I didn't
Tessa
know that-
loses 5.
I will be honest, I did not read
Hold
much.
up.
I got
Everybody's
really
talking
bored.
at once. Tessa, you are not on the stand right now. You are still in prison.
Hey!
Mikhail, please testify, judge.
Jesus. Braden and Tessa, you get 1 point for that. It is 3 years. They did a study, like a very long-term study, to see if they could solve problems like.
The study lasted at least 3 years.
It was in Z space. It was negative 3 years. No,
Oh,
it and they just, it was simple things like, is there 2 berries in this box or 4 berries? But they could remember it without doing all the trial and error 3 years later.
Huh.
That's pretty crazy, I think. Anyways, moving on. Question number 2.
it's better than my memory. It's far more reliable. I don't know how many
Accurate.
moths are in that box, and I was told like 1,000 times just
8
last
dozen.
week.
It was 12 dozen.
Oh my god.
Anyway, next question.
Did
Next
we lose
question.
moths, or are you still there?
No, I'm trying to figure out a good gift to send to this Tinder person. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, we got to handle this first.
Nice.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sidebar, this is more important. This is for like 10 points each. What gift do we send moths Tinder?
Well, obviously one of your moth
One of
gifts.
your moth gifts.
I mean,
obviously.
yeah.
Slow
Well,
and
that's
crude.
I don't have. Look,
They're kind of horrifying. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
really going to work on a stranger.
especially with so little context. I don't. That's not my username on Tinder.
Just be like, here, look at me on Twitter.
Wait,
like,
okay, so
read
have you
my
guys started
feed.
talking yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's no
Well,
room for no.
I said you seem really cool, and I just got paid, and I have weekends off. If you'd like to meet.
Oh,
I just
sugar
got
daddy
paid.
moths.
Yeah.
Did you say that, or did she say
I
that?
said that.
Oh man, you just played your whole hand.
Yep.
Before you've even met this woman.
Yeah, that's fine.
What I'm saying is, tell her your paycheck is like $25.
Take her to a food court.
That's a fun lie.
You just started a new job, and the way the payroll works, there was only 1 hour on it for this pay period.
No, there's pictures of them like under a house in like a gas mask, Like
they seem legit.
Yeah, they seem legit.
People
So like,
wear gas masks.
Oh,
yeah.
Send them like Bob the Builder shit.
no, what?
Oh yeah,
it's on
Bob
theme.
the Builder.
What?
I want to wreck your shit.
Send like
Can-
Wreck-It Ralph. Like, I'll be the
Can-
Wreck-It Ralph to your Mr. Fix. What's the fucking guy from Wreck-It
Can
Ralph?
we fucks it? Yes, we can.
I don't know if there's a gif
Hey,
of
don't
that.
listen to Tessa.
Can we fucks it?
So I'm sorry to have derailed the I'm just gonna send a
Oh
gif
my
of a
God.
fox because I have red hair.
Okay, there's a
Oh, hell
gif
yeah, do
in
that.
here of a heart, 2 yellow hands holding a little heart, and the heart has a mouth, and it's like moving its tongue like cunnilingus, and
Let
it's
me
like
see. Let me see this.
that'll score you for fucking years.
Look, there's a
Oh
fox
my.
on a bouncy ball, but like I feel like it's too sexual.
A fox on a bouncy
Fox
ball?
is sexual. Isn't Tinder, like, as somebody who's been in a relationship sort of like before Tinder was a thing, isn't Tinder like a sex app? Am I wrong?
It is like built for
It's
a way for people to
ostensibly-
hook up easily. But you can still go for relationships, Mikhail. You can
You
still,
know,
you
I
can still
assumed
look
that
for
you and
love.
your boyfriend met at like an orgy or something.
No.
That's whenever you tell that story of we met on Tinder.
Relationships also often involve sex. That's like a thing.
Not in mine, because
No.
also, hello, Mom. Thanks for listening to our podcast. No, I've never had
just-
sex before.
Yeah.
I've never had sex before. It's very weird.
We just eat and watch Marvel TV shows on Netflix.
I don't. Also, Mom, stop listening to this podcast because we talk about animal sex way too much.
All right, let's get back to the animal sex. How do raccoons have sex?
Oh, no.
No, that's
There's a
at
whole
the
section
end.
for that.
We gotta wait. We gotta build up to that, Moss. You can't
Question
jump right
number
to the
2.
orgasm.
Question number 2.
Holy.
What, like, physiological mechanisms do raccoons use to climb down trees head first? Keeping in mind that it's rare that animals can do that. Think about a cat getting stuck up in a tree. I'm going to need Brayden first, Tessa, and then Moss.
Multiple opposable digits on all 4 legs.
Okay? Tessa?
I was gonna go with the fact that they always wear crash helmets after the father of all raccoons, Crash Bandicoot. Now, this is when I.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
This is when I realized whether or not Crash Bandicoot was a raccoon or
He's
not.
not.
By
He's a bandicoot.
your reaction.
He's a bandit.
So,
Coot.
so raccoons are bandits as well, and that's why they wear the masks.
You should have said Sly Cooper.
Oh, Sly Cooper.
Yeah. Holy shit,
Is
Tessa.
he a video game? See, all
You're
I know
so
of video games
dumb.
You are
is
so homeschooled.
all I know is Zelda.
You know, the raccoon, Crash Bandicoot, the raccoon.
Okay, Moths,
Yeah.
what's your answer?
Subjective directional gravity.
Oh, they can just decide which direction gravity goes?
Get us the best one though. Like, fuck,
is the
I
best
want
one.
that superpower.
The real answer is still pretty cool. Their back feet, like their ankles, can actually rotate 180 degrees. And they like basically walk down trees.
That's amazing.
That's horrifying.
You're spiking. You're spiking. way
We're
too much.
spiking really bad. Oh god,
right.
that's so horrifying. Just
So that's
picture
from
that, like,
Zip. Nobody got that one right.
What?
That's all right. Okay, question number 3. Raccoons can feel what something is before picking it up. They can feel it with their hands, or like they don't like rub their
What?
face on it. Is what I'm saying.
What?
But they
can feel it before they pick it up.
Yes. How
What do
they
you
it?
mean? Like
Like they can like if it's dark.
psychically? Like they can
like no
project
Moss.
their
feel it
sense of touch
emotionally.
outside of their body? What are you talking about, man?
They feel
well,
it
let's find out.
emotionally.
All right.
Okay.
Tessa.
Who went first last time?
This is,
Brayden-
it's my turn to go
Tessa's
first.
Tessa's first.
So what they do, Moss, is they feel it emotionally.
Oh,
I was wrong about the Crash Bandicoot thing, I'll admit. All raccoons are actually descended from Ryan Reynolds.
you
so
know
they
the word for that
emotionally
is
feel.
psychometry.
Ah,
Yeah, reading off emotions from objects. Free word for you.
Free word. I'm using that every day now.
Well,
free
yeah.
word for you.
Yeah,
I love
free
that.
word for you.
That's too good. All right.
is it just off of objects? Because then I can say, don't objectify me, you're using psychometry and I can tell.
You could say that
in
joke.
like the cartoons or in like the comics and stuff that they have it in, it's usually just off of objects, because otherwise that's more like a psychic power where you're like reading somebody's mind.
Oh,
But you're saying raccoons
I
have psychometry. They can feel objects before they pick them up emotionally.
I am definitely not saying that, just to be clear.
So what Michaela's saying is that what they'll do is the real answer is they just touch the object before they pick it up. They leave it on the ground,
that's
but they
before
put
they-
their hands on it.
Ugh.
Oh my god,
Tessa
no, that's
just
not,
actually put her
it's
hands on me.
gross.
Tessa, is
hasn't
that your
answered?
answer?
I don't know. I'm giving this
question
one a
was
pass.
also
I have no idea.
Okay, that's fair. Brayden?
I am going to guess that they can feel it before they touch it.
Is it tremors in the ground like elephants do?
Infrasound again? No, it's not infrasound. I wouldn't
think
do that to
they
you.
are very sensitive. I think their hands are very sensitive to electromagnetism, like the slight bonds between atoms.
Or
So-
their whiskers are so long. Their whiskers are like 5 meters long. So they know where things are, like
So,
from 50 feet away.
I'm not going to give anyone points for that because Tessa,
Good.
you already guessed. It is whiskers.
Oh,
They have whiskers on their hands.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Oh.
And so whiskers are actually connected to a certain part of the brain that detects like spatial awareness. That's why dogs and lots of mammals, frankly, have whiskers on the front of their face, because it lets them
moths.
know like where, like if there's space for them to go forward when they can't
Yeah.
see, right? So essentially, those same whiskers connected to the same part of that brain exist on raccoon hands.
They're just on the hands. That's fucked.
They're actually called vibrissae. Is the like okay?
I psychometry your vibrissae.
Next
Question number 4. What are raccoons doing when they rub and quote unquote wash their food? And this will be moths first this time.
They're actually it's eBay. It's raccoon eBay. They drop something into the river, and then it goes down river where another raccoon picks it up because they have psychometry, so they know when it's coming.
That's canon now. They have psychometry.
real life
Okay.
canon.
Yeah,
More like a
just
head
a
canon.
lie.
yeah.
That's what we call it lie.
Yeah, it's just a lie.
That's like, that is a very cool answer. I accept it.
Cool.
Anybody else? Any other takers?
When they're using when they're touching something under the water, what they're doing is they're just feeling for soft spots, and
Okay.
but like the water, if they
Soft
touch
spots in
it
the water?
too directly, no,
Soft water,
on the
you never heard of
object.
No, I've never heard of soft water.
If they touch it,
I
I just like to point
I mean, I've heard of like hard water, which is when there's like too much minerals in there, right?
there's water
Yeah.
softeners in like houses.
Let me just clear it up right now. It's not anything to do with soft or hard water.
Anyway, so they need the water because like otherwise their senses would just be overwhelmed by just touching these things.
Because of their hand whiskers?
Okay.
No, my answer is the correct one.
Fuck
Because you
you.
looked up raccoons earlier.
No, I didn't get very far. I read about as far as they can remember things for 3 years, and I'm like, all right, well now I'm bored. I'll just get off Wikipedia.
That was like the first
It
paragraph.
was the very first paragraph. But this
don't
is the
think she
true
will.
answer. What they do is they actually wash their food. They were right all along. They get out when
So-
they get soap when nobody's looking, and they wash their food.
So I will actually give that to Tessa, because what they're doing,
Oh my
Is-
god!
Okay.
there are some details though. So they don't like grab food from anywhere in the forest and then run on their hind legs to water. They really only do this behavior when they're already at
When
the
they're
water's
close to
edge.
the water, yeah.
And the number they came up with is like within 3 meters of water, they'll do this. But they often look along water's edge for like pretty much anything they can eat, right? So they eat bugs, they eat like little fish and crustaceans and stuff. But they'll rub off shit. Like they'll rub twigs and dirt and stuff off of it. The water does help a bit with that. However, there's another very specific reason why they put things in the water. What is that reason?
I think it's because I saw that video of the raccoon being handed cotton candy, and then he put it in the water and it disappeared.
That is why.
He was
because you saw a YouTube video.
No, he was so sad because the cotton candy dissolved and disappeared. So I think they put it in the water just to make sure if it's real or not.
Because they've been fooled too many times.
They've been traumatized.
Yeah.
They have that cultural memory.
Okay. Anybody else?
Okay. I think water. I think raccoon. Maybe it's like cats. Raccoons don't drink that much water normally, so they need to get the water in their diet this way instead.
So they add water to their food.
Just add water, man.
Yeah.
How about you, moths?
I don't know. Maybe they just like playing in water.
I wish that was the answer. The real answer, less cute by a long margin. Oh, no. There's actually a layer of it's kind of like keratin and skin. Keratin being like fingernail material.
Yeah.
On their paws that protects their paws, because obviously they're running through the forest and stuff. When they get wet, just like your fingernails, that layer softens, and they have extremely tactile hands. So when that layer softens, the nerves can feel a lot better what's in their hands. So that's why when Tobias in the change was saying like, oh, they take their meat to the water to better feel where the good meat is, it's 100% true.
Oh, because you tried to trick us last week by saying that's not really true.
Well, what you guys said wasn't true, which is that they were like, it was trying to drown him or wash him or something like that.
I never said.
Nobody ever said drowning him. You said the book was wrong.
Tessa texted me that the raccoon was trying to drown Tobias.
This is a lie. I never texted anyone that. Mikhail, I told you that in confidence.
There's a lot he tells you you tell him in confidence.
And then you guys laugh about it behind my back?
Yeah, I have like a live journal that I share with Brayden about all the shit that you're telling me.
Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed.
Okay, let's quickly...
If we have like 1,000 people who follow us on iTunes, Mikhail will share that live journal.
Oh yeah, big time. Ooh. I don't even need the followers. I'll do it right now.
No!
Dear Diary, Tessa said the dumbest shit.
You got all the words right. Let's just blast through the mating, because it is pretty boring despite being very cute.
Do they hold hands at all?
No, but they do the standard, like, it's from behind, big surprise. They kind of like wrestle
raccoon
sometimes.
Style, as everybody in New England calls it. That's what we call it.
Raccoon style. There's missionary, then there's raccoon style. That's it.
Yeah.
The only two that the church will allow.
Oh, we don't have a church yet. Oh, I sent there's a picture of a fox jumping up with like, it says Friday on it.
Nice.
Aw, that's adorable.
Accurate.
Moths,
I like it because it's factual.
Sweetie. And the best part is moths, is that foxes are like orange and fuzzy, just like peaches, and peaches look like butts. So indirectly, you're thinking about her butts.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
See, some of us over here at Animorphs have just as much brain power as you do to interpret situations.
I've got that philometry on tap.
Psychometry.
Oh my god.
So the raccoons will have sex for about an hour. They kind of like lick each other's faces, or depending on how willing the female is, they might actually fight a bit. Reminded me a little bit of like the tiger sex in a bad way.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's not very interesting. They have kits. They call the babies kits.
Which is cute.
They raise them, whatever. They're raccoons. You know what raccoons are. One interesting thing I did read when I was going through all this research, though, is that people tried to like nail down raccoons and be like, oh yeah, like they all have this social structure, or they all do this. And one of the more recent studies said like, the only thing we can say for sure about raccoons is that 10 to 15% of raccoons will always do the opposite of whatever the others are observed doing in terms of like behavior.
So basically all raccoons are Brayden. Like, they'll just do the opposite for no reason.
No, I won't.
That's my voice,
right.
huh?
It's me, Brayden. You do say Durga Durga a lot. I should stop that.
He's nailed you.
I just thought it was a cultural thing.
Wow. Yeah.
Rude. All right.
Okay, let's move on to the second animal.
Hork-Bajir.
The Hork-Bajir. Well, we were going to do questions about Hork-Bajir, but as this is a very scientifically accurate, only facts, only, no arguing, no competitiveness, no bullshitty jokes.
Oh my god.
Instead of asking questions about the Hork-Bajir, which is not a real thing, and therefore
but they're
I
real
can't associate with it, we're going to be treated to a treatise.
I'm going to read it out loud with my cool podcasting
That's basically
voice.
half the word.
Yeah, so this is from National Geographic. I'm only going to read, I'm just going to read the first slide. There's a lot of very cool pictures, though. The article is called Who Rules the Forest by Paul Salopek.
Okay.
At
Paul, if you're listening, avid listener,
nationalgeographic.com.
please tweet at us.
Yeah, avid listener.
My best friend.
So because the next book is going to be taking place on the Hork-Bajir home planet, I thought it might be nice to sort of give like a context. Rainforests are light-struck places. This comes as a surprise. Countless books and movies would have us believe otherwise. The world beneath a jungle canopy is neither dim, nor gloomy, nor monochrome. It glows with the light of some alien order, a light so improbable that it has a dreamed quality, the way colors and dreams can possess actual weight, or create sound or stop time. I have looked up, startled from my notebook to see the forest suddenly electric white, suffused with the calm, almost glacial cleanliness of a fluorescent-lit office. A few moments later, or merely a few steps away, the jungle turns metallic. Falling rain, leaf shadows, the bloody pelt of an arrowed monkey, all dipped in shivery tones of silver. Once, on the steamy banks of the Ituri River, I saw the twilit undergrowth erupt in its unearthly constellations of fire. Sunset burned through the pinholed canopy, and its deep red laminar shafts spattered the sodden leaves like flecks of lava. Rainforests, everyone knows, are valued for biodiversity, but few credit the kaleidoscopic richness of their light, ethereal and hallucinatory, filtered as though through antique glass, unlike any other in the world. Right now, at this precise instant, the jungle is blue, rinsed the color of indigo ink diluted in water, its shadows deep as the bluing on a gun. Musa Yambuka's glistening eyes are stained pale blue. The sweat on his face sparkles star blue. He is a Mabuti pygmy, a small, perfectly muscled man, crouched with a spear behind the roots of a fig tree, waiting to ambush a forest antelope. These animals, too, are smoky blue, a fact noted in their western name, Blue Dupir. The moment is 1,000 or more years old. The beaters come yodeling through the forest, driving the game before them. Musa tenses, digs in his toes ready to spring to slice something's throat. In the canopy, the monkeys grow still, fall silent. I hear an invisible bird flap away. I'll stop there.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was beautiful. Oh my god,
yeah.
This is really good for like the book previous to so the book we read before book 13 and like a couple books ago when we were in book 11 in the jungle.
11, yeah.
Like, oh, that was beautiful.
That felt like a weird, like a primary source.
It is this is written by Paul Salopek. He is a reporter along with a photographer. I'm going to send you the link if you want to
do it. I will put that in the episode description.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, that was
We're
great.
officially an academics podcast.
I know, right?
Jeez.
This is all legit.
I want to say, when you guys said that you were live from the gardens, I completely forgot that was the name of the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that I literally thought that you guys rented out a small theater to do the recordings or something. And I was like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
You know what I didn't realize either?
I literally pictured you guys recording it live in front of like a live studio audience.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
But I was like, there's probably nobody there. So there's like, in my mind's eye, it was like a big empty theater with just like a few people like.
So we're even sadder than we actually are.
Yeah, sounds like most of our friends' shows.
Oh, jeez. Actually, I also forgot that oftentimes they will build things at Madison Square Garden as live from the gardens. I didn't actually realize that was like already a thing. There's a really good Run the Jewels song called Call the Ticketron, where they just say live from the gardens a bunch of times. We tried to get the rights for it. It didn't happen.
Didn't work.
No. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Okay. Next week, we'll be talking about the Hork-Bajir Chronicles, and the following week, we'll be talking about something factual, scientific. I'm not sure. I haven't read the book. I've been Mikhail, the host.
I'm Tessa, the expert.
I'm Braden, the new guy.
I have been a box of moths. Signing off. That's it.
Look him up on Tinder. And this has been Live from the Gardens, a Phanomorph podcast about how to be a convincing Animorph. And jungle stories. If you'd like to correct or clarify any of the poorly researched animal facts in this episode of Live from the Gardens, feel free to contact us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook by searching for Phanomorphs, the Dork-Bajir Chronicles. And remember, stay safe, stay hidden.
Good news, everyone! Hello, and welcome to Good News, everyone, the weekly news podcast where all the news is good news. I'm Tessa.
And I'm Marina. On Good News, everyone, we talk about our week.
However good or good adjacent it was.
And we talk about the current events happening in the world.
But only the good ones.
Or good adjacent.
There's a lot of good adjacent.
The world's a literal dumpster fire.
Anyway, so sit back,
relax,
and enjoy some good news.
Available on collectivelegacy.org or wherever you download podcasts.
Bye! That sounded so good.
Brought to you by
Collective Legacy,
a podcast network.